So, good day, everyone. Today, we will present our opinion related to the difference between the novel and the film adaptation entitled Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Next slide, please. Okay, so before we go to the discussion, I would like to introduce our members first. First is Urathul Khairani Harahap. Rani, you can say hi.
Hi.
And then Tiara Gita Artanti.
Hi.
Ara, you can say. Okay, and then the last one is me, Nasywa Nurjadwa. Next, please. Okay, so here is the synopsis of the film adaptation of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. A young boy wins a tour through the most magnificent chocolate factory in the world, led by the world's most unusual candy maker. And here are the table of contents of today's discussion. First is historical background, and then the difference between novel versus film, and then the effectiveness of the film adaptation, and what makes it effective. I mean, the film adaptation, and then preferred version between the novel and the film adaptation, and last but not least is the summary. So here's the historical background of the novel and the film adaptation of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. The Chocolate Factory, which is the main icon in this story, is used as a place for making a very famous chocolate in the world, which was built by Willy Wonka. The chocolate factory in real life comes with the same theme and design as Willy Wonka's chocolate factory named Hershey Chocolate Park. Hershey Park was built in 1906 by Milton Hershey in Pennsylvania, Philadelphia. This chocolate factory is filled with various food made by chocolate and candy, which have become the most famous chocolate brand in the world. Not only does the chocolate that give an extraordinarily delicious taste, but also the various rides inside the factory attract the attention of the public from all over the world, just like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. And then the next subtopic will be presented by the next presenter.
And now we will talk about the differences between the novel and the film. And the first difference is Grandpa Joe tells Charlie that he was one of Willy Wonka's old chocolate shop and factory employees, while the novel does not tell whether he ever worked for Willy Wonka. As you can see from the picture below. Next slide, please. And this is the scene where Grandpa Joe tells Charlie that he was ever worked for Willy Wonka. Next slide, please. In addition, Mike Thief, one of the children who found the golden ticket, was never told if he managed to hack Willy Wonka's system so that he could find the golden ticket in his novel, and this only exists in the film. Next slide. And the third difference is after Charlie is given the money and buys another Willy Wonka chocolate from Grandpa Joe, he and his family have to go through a tough time for the next 2 weeks due to a lack of money and food. Therefore, in the novel, when Charlie finds money on the street, he thinks of buying chocolate and buying the rest of the food for his family. After feeling happy to get one bar of chocolate, he also bought another bar and got the last golden ticket in the second chocolate bar. Unlike the one in the film, After the scene of buying chocolate secretly with Grandpa Joe, Charlie soon found money on the street and immediately thought of buying one of Willy Wonka's chocolates, and he found the golden ticket right away. And next slide. And the next difference is in the novel, it is stated that the children who own the golden ticket are allowed to bring one or two family members to accompany them around Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, and all the children, except Charlie, bring both of their parents with them, whereas in the film, they are only allowed to bring one family member. And the next material will be presented by the next presenter.
All right, so we will talk about the effectiveness in this movie adaptation of the novel. So we consider the film effective because we know that when it comes to new production, example for making a film adapted from an existing novel like this, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, it can be permitted to be a new creation. It means that whether the story is way different or just the same as the novel, it depends on the desire of the film producer. We also determined that it's actually better to put new innovations to the story in the film adaptation to freshen the audience. So if there's nothing changes, if there's nothing new, then the audience can already know how the story goes. Then it will add a little boredom while watching the film. And we found some the effectiveness of the novel, which is the first one. A film adaptation of the novel is effective because this movie is for children, which means if it's only true of the novel, kids might be fail to imagine what the writer tried to convey, or in another hand, that would be the opposite, that children can freely imagine the fantasies in a novel as they like. So we think that it is still better if the kids witness all the fantasies through the movie so that they can enjoy it more by seeing them in the eyes, because the details are showed in the movie so that the story is delivered well through the movie. It is also can help kids to have more imaginations. Chocolate and candy world is what kids are dreaming for. So we think that it is good for them that they are given some images how the chocolate and candy world is like.
So the next slide is preferred version between the novel and the film adaptation. We prefer film version because it is more entertaining and we feel like we are brought to the fantasies in the film. Reading 100 more pages could be fun, but some of us do not really like reading, so we enjoy the film more and we think we can see more details of the fantasies in the film, in the film adaptation.
And the last one, we will talk about one word summary. We think that pureness is the right word to describe the story written by Roald Dahl. Charlie and the Other Child's Adventures at Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory are an amazing and unforgettable experience. They all have different characters, and it's because of Charlie's innocence and sincerity that makes him the winner of Willy Wonka's biggest prize.
So yeah, that's all from our opinion, our discussion about the differences between the novel and the film adaptation entitled Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Yeah, that's all. So you guys can watch and read the novel. Thank you.